Some months ago, I ran my very first ever online iRace. Donning my hyper-masculine livery, I got into my MX-5 and had a ton of fun, and we of course shared the experience together here on the channel. Later that day, I left rookies and got promoted to Class D. Yes, that's correct, I have no life. The awesome thing about Class D was that I was gifted with the divine privilege of driving my beautiful Ferrari 488 in the challenge competition. Luckily, this was the same week iRacing revamped Watkins Glen to the beautiful updated model we now have. This was good, because Watkins is one of my favourite tracks ever, and the 488 one of my favourite cars ever. These two things combined led to what was the most exciting breakout race in a series that I could imagine. For this momentous occasion, I broke out my fully sanctioned 488 livery that in no way inspired legal action by Ferrari in the real world against deadmau5. Packed into my Japanese-inspired Italian Ferrari, I lined up to the grid, ready to see what I could bring to bear against iRacing's mighty Class D competitors for the very first time. Speaking of first times, how about smashing that subscribe button once for more sim racing news, reviews, and racing fun? We're so close to 100k subscribers now, so please, pretty please, help me get my channel checkmarked so that I can pretend my life actually has a purpose. Oh, and I'll have a crash compilation from this race at the very end, so stay tuned. Let's go. Right, so perhaps to everybody's surprise, I somehow managed to qualify first as we blast on ahead. I don't even know how rolling starts work in iRacing at this point. This is the first time I've ever done a rolling start. I was in pole position, I just slammed the gas and hope for the best. The goal is to basically not bin it around T1, but get enough of a lead that they're out of the slipstream, and we've already lost one in the rear there. Oh man, what a race. The Ferrari scooting on ahead with Nyan Cat shooting its diversity rainbow out towards the rest of the field, spreading nothing but good vibes. So the idea is scoot on ahead as much as possible, leave them out of my slipstream range so I don't have to worry and I can hopefully just lead my own little hot lap race and not worry so much about defending. Going through the bus stop, of course, we've got very cold tires, haven't had a chance to warm them up on the out lap. So I have to take it very easy through here. The car can get very snappy on the first lap in iRacing. Got to make sure I just take it nice and easy before pushing. We've gotten the lead that we wanted. You can really see I'm leaning on the tires there. It's one of the things I love about iRacing. You really push it. Second, definitely pushing it a lot more into that curb, trying to maximize things. I think he realizes this is his one chance while I'm still warming up my tires to actually get into the slipstream. But so far, so good. We're scooting on ahead. Gives you a nice little perspective here, the rear view. It always looks like there's so much further away in the rear view mirror, but then you see it from the external perspective and it's like, nope, he's right up in there, he's right up in that tailpipe. So it's a good thing that I was pushing hard. I was still trying to get them out of my slipstream range. Given that all the cars are BOP'd identically, any little gap is very significant, so I'm trying to maintain it as much as possible. There's nothing that can be attributed to setups. We're all running the exact same car, the exact same BOP. As we complete our very first lap, and look at that maximization of track use right there. That is one too many laps at Monaco in R-Factor 2 in the 1998 McLaren F1 car. That is like when a single centimeter of track use can make all the difference between qualifying in first or qualifying in 10th. Thank you very much, iRacing, for the newer updated curbing in Watkins Glen. Far easier to drive than the old version of the track. Now we've got a pretty comfortable lead so far. It looks like it's over a second already. So I'm reasonably happy with this. I know that they'll be duking it out for second place, so I'm settling myself into hot lap mode now as we watch from third place. A really exciting battle unfolding here between third and second as he really maximizes the width of the track, trying to get the run out on this guy. This, of course, second place that we're perceiving from, so you can see yours truly up ahead there. So really cool battle set to unfold here for second position. Oh, bit of a gap left open. He's really left the door open for third. Both of them kind of lost it a little bit. Nobody got a perfect run through there. Is it still the curse of cold tires? Who knows? Who knows? Or is it just nerves? So up ahead there, I'm definitely settling into, all right, consistency, hot lap mode, don't make any mistakes. I mean, the guy leaves the door wide open for third. I don't know if you let him have that place. Feels like you just kind of let him scoot on past. And there we go. It's some pretty courteous driving. You know, and iRacing gets a bad rap on these public lobbies too. It's just great watching this again, watching them. Hey, Mr. Alitalia from the midfield of the track. We have a pretty cool battle, and of course another spin out on the penultimate corner. No! Here we go, the battle. Oh, whoa, as he loses another position. Not the cleanest overtake I've ever seen, but this guy is seems to have overqualified for his station in life for whatever reason. Not having an easy time of it while racing. Now we've got second, trailing behind me. They've switched places now. We'll see if he can gain any positions. Gain a single position because he's in second. Can he gain some time on me? Really cool stuff through the bus stop there. You really get that feel for the iRacing vehicle dynamics. You can really see the Ferraris just shifting their weight around as we see Mr. Alitalia again. Definitely sans yours truly, the winner of the livery competition in this server, I believe. Pretty reasonable gap being maintained here by second. The guy who started second now in fourth position. I think they're kind of settling into their groove. You're starting to see that infamous Watkins Glen train forming. We perceive from the other livery runner-up, Mr. Marlboro. Oh, to see the days again when one could advertise such things on cars. So one thing you might be noticing from my perspective is from these views you are seeing the Ferrari livery, the glorious Ferrari livery, but from the interior cockpit views you may occasionally see a dark blue livery, like right now. That is because during the race itself I was actually rocking Albonno's Alpha Tauri DTM livery because I was really following. Oh, look at that, look at that. Look at that maximization of track use, guys. Come on, that's awesome. Anyway, humbleness aside, yes, I was following Albonno and Liam Lawson through their DTM campaign in the Ferraris, and it was a bit of a travesty. I mean, the kids drove well, but that was a disastrous season for DTM, some disastrous competition. Oh, we have Alitalia competing against his fellow countrymate, the Italian flag livery up ahead. Repping for my Italian fam. Guys, why aren't you an ACC? Oh, some solid drafting happening here. We're going to see an overtake going into the bus stop. He's defending the inside. We've got a second here, pushing through behind yours truly. But yes, that DTM campaign, absolutely disastrous, unsportsmanlike driving by some people, concluding in a complete just farce of a campaign. So, back to the Italian battle here, with a massive hooking turn. Oh, we're going to see a dive on the inside. Look at that. What are you doing, mate? Hey, ma che cazzo fai? Babbidi boobidi. So I'm still maintaining a healthy lead ahead of second, fortunately. Our second has kind of established a bit of space for himself, so he doesn't have to defend against third. And Marlboro there, quickly redefining what track limits mean. Yours truly, just settling into hot lap mode. I'm just thinking to myself, consistency is everything, you know, just dial it in, hit your markers, just same lap again and again and again. So we've got a lead of about 3.5 seconds. Not too bad. I think we're on lap 3-ish, give or take. Maybe this is 4. Lost track. Oh, as Mr. Talia gets drafted on the outside. How is this going to go into the bus stop? Oh, that might get wild. That might get wild. No, he lets him through. That's very courteous driving. Oh, is he going to take it back? The undercut. Oh, man. What a race. I'm envious of these guys in the midfield. They've gotten a way better race than I have. He loves the dive here. It's like a semi-dive. It's a bit of a Hamilton, you know, just kind of strategically position your front right behind the other car. So if they like turn on you, it's like, hey, he pit maneuvered himself. Hey, it's all him. Some pretty consistent lines from second here. He's maintaining a pretty reasonable gap. Watkins Glen, very much one of those tracks where, whoa, Marlboro, man, that's not very clean. About as clean as the product you're advertising. So Mr. Bluey has really dropped a few positions here. He qualified in second, he's now down in fifth. I don't know what happened there. How did he manage to get that qualifying lap of the gods? Maybe it's that whole thing, you know, when you have hot lappers versus racers, people that can hot lap at the moment they have to break the line, the moment they have to defend, the moment they have to drive around other cars, they don't quite know what they're doing so much. Not like I have any such experience in in such things. It's not like I spend 99% of my time hot lapping in single player. So, still up ahead here at the bus stop. I'm definitely in that kind of, alright, just hit your markers, fly over them curbs, have some fun. That, not the line of my life, but it's alright, I'll live. A lot cleaner from number 2 here. Very good. I really love the vehicle dynamics through there in iRacing. Just feels so good. That combination of aero with the pudgy tires. You can really just send it and kind of lean on the aero and lean on the tires. Very, very fun to drive through here. Watkins, definitely one of my favorite tracks. And I mean, it's in this, in R Factor 2 as well. It's just fun all around, really. Definitely the... Well, we're getting a few moves. We're getting a few moves. I mean, for Watkins Glen, this is a pretty eventful race. He's not going to manage it around the outside. Is he going to manage the undercut, though? He's got the better run out in the corner. Here we go, back in 5th. Keeps losing time. It's definitely not his race. I wonder if he picked up some damage that we can't see along the way somewhere. So nothing to worry about so much for me at this point. As you can see, quite a healthy lead. I think I'm my own potential worst enemy. Whoa, Marlboro, he is keen. You are keen, mate. You got to use more of that curb, mate, on the outside. Maybe you don't, I don't know. Maybe using all that curb is actually slower. I don't know. It just looks more fun. As he may actually see the position on the inside, he is being dived. He lets it happen. Very courteous driving in this race. Clap, clap, guys. This is the kind of public lobby stuff that I want to see. I think we're all possibly very new to the 488 challenge here. We all just want to get through this race in one piece. If there are any moves, we just kind of let them happen. Alright, so solid moves through the chicane here. Definitely my favorite part of the track. I just love watching the cars kind of wobble on through there. As Alitalia dives on the inside. Yes, mate! Testa di cazzo! Take that! Reclaiming his throne, much as Ferrari are doing in F1. That's what I like to see. As they go side by side into what's going to be a 90-degree right-hander. I don't know how this is going to go. That might get real ugly. Marlboro takes it on the inside. Tons of space left to him by former second. Lot of place exchange happening here. Marlboro has really jumped through the field. I mean, maybe he's just kind of powered by the... Maybe he's just powered by the sheer gargantuan size of the tobacco industry. As Italia almost takes another position on the outside. So close. Yes! He's made it sick around the outside. What a move. We're seeing it all happen in this race, guys. All of the action is where I am not in this race. So it feels very cool to be commentating something I'm not a part of. Very jealous. Almost wish I had qualified in the midfield to get a slice of this. Some really solid dynamics there through T1. You can really send it through there. iRacing just absorbs that curb. I've really got a solid train through here. I don't see many more position changes happening unless there's some really far dives from the rear. I certainly hope there won't be. Don't need that at this point in the race. We're coming up to our closing laps now. I believe it should just be 1 or 2 more laps before we're done. Oh, what a solid dive up in there. A really good run through there. This guy's had a very kind of blotchy hit-miss experience with this race. Really good qualifying time. Not so great race pace. I don't really know what's going on with Bluey there. The real question of this race is, will Marlboro be able to catch second? Will second hold it down? Will there be any mistakes? Any opportunities that we'll see taken advantage of? Now back in 5th position again. Definitely a very kind of solid cluster forming here. We're going to maximize it. Yes, Marlboro, he knows. He knows what it's about, mate. You got to make use of that whole track. Every last little inch. Drive it like the Americans. You're in Watkins Glen, baby. If there was dirt on this track, you'd have to get 2 wheels out on it every lap. That's the rule when you're in America. Half off-road. And we're now on the white flag, which can only mean one thing. It is the last lap. Won't lie, very happy with that livery. I probably haven't told you that. Probably haven't told you that. so far. So we've got a pretty healthy lead of about 5.5 seconds. I'm feeling pretty okay there. I know unless I make some massive mistakes, we should be okay. Some hectic stuff through the chicane there. Again, I'm so jealous not to be part of this battle. Momentarily rocking the Albano Alpha Tauri livery there. I was really enjoying it in the race. Like, it was, I don't know. I'm so glad Albon's made it back to F1, you know, but it was cool to watch him in DTM with Liam. That was a really cool pairing of two very fun guys. It's just a shame that it kind of ended the way that it did, and the DTM ended up being as much of a joke as it currently is. But all's well that ends well. He's back on the F1 grid. Hopefully Liam clambers his way up there as well. Very good driver. Oh, a bit of a dive from the rear from Mr. X number 2. He makes it stick. No, he doesn't make it stick. Oh, around the outside? No, not quite. Well, you know, you gotta try. You know what they say, who dares wins. Wow, some door-to-door racing right here going to the penultimate corner. Oh, he won't make it stick through here. There's no chance. He's got to cede the position. Reasonable move, though. Nice little fight happening here. Yours truly, of course, as evidenced by nary an inch being left on the outside as we cross the finish line for the last time, and that is the end of the race for my very first ever Ferrari Challenge. 48 races, second and third taken by Mr. Marlboro. Great race there. Some really good racing there in the midfield and the front field. I wish I was kind of more up in that. So here we go. Here's our crash compilation. Oh, as he gets re-rendered around T1, that's what happened to that guy, and double tapped as well. Oh man, not the way that you want to start your debut race here in 48 land. Better luck next time, mate. All right, what's going to happen here? What's going to happen here? He's going to go on the grass, isn't he? 2 wheels on the grass, under power, and that's all that it takes. Oh, that's not a good place. Stand up. Okay. Oh no. Oh no, it's like watching a Karen try and reverse her SUV out of the parking lot at Walmart. Oh, that hurts to watch. Oh, yuck. Oh, gross. Oh no. Don't do it like that, guys. Wow. Oh, that is the most unfortunate spin of all time. So that was, I think, a wheel or 2 wheels out on the grass on the left there, and that's all it takes to lose. That's not how you rejoin! That's not... Oh, man. Okay. Well, I suppose I should open by apologizing that it wasn't more eventful. Presumably, iRacing would place me in a different split after this, but I've not had time to find out since I've barely been able to get onto iRacing in the months since this race was run. Make sure to subscribe and let me know in the comments if you want to see more iRacing content. As much as iRacing is, by far, my favorite sim to drive, there's really not that much viewership in it compared to GT7 or Beam & G, so I really rely on you guys to make this worthwhile. So come on, help me out here. I want to drive more races in my Ferrari. Until next time, I'll see you all later.